26-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Tight down. There you go.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Hey, alert 3. Run.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and that'll bring up second down.
180!
Now Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Mayfield looks to throw. They find some open field here. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, nice move. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this one.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Mayfield. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first down, it's Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
Hey, switch gears. Hey, alert 33. Check 43. Hey, alert.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt taking it in as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Back. He's crossing. He's checking crack. Check the green.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got Snead. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Check, check, lucky. Walk, get walk. Bang, 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 bang.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there. 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Here we go. Henry. Check, check. Quit talking about it. Go. Check, go. Show it up. Check.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ingram, able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ryan Shazier gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes. We're trying to put them on the ground.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Mayfield. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
You got 3. Alert!
Mayfield to throw it. And he's got his man. That's Landry. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
180. Check. Strong right. Strong right. 3 out. Watch the edge.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Browns on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Mayfield. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Chris Wormley able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check 4. Watch the shot.
From the gun, Jackson. Snead's got it. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
Draw play. Ingram now. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Browns drive about to get started. We're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mayfield down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Jackson. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Check 59. Mike. 59. Mike to 59. Let's go, let's go. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Slam, slam. Let it go.
Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Got one. Check 3. Check 3. SOS. Check up, go. Check hot route. Hot. Short.
Jackson now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd down. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, Now facing third down.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Watch the run. Watch the run. Go. 5'9". It's a party now. It's a party now. Drop. Crunch. Squeeze. Jump.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Real.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, they'll run with Ingram. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Run. Check it back.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
It's 2nd and inches at the Ravens' 39-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Kings, Kings, Kings.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Kill, 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 turn up. Whip. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover.
This is Ingram. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll get this to Edwards out of the backfield. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
59 mark, check, 59.
Jackson now, operating from the gun. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball,
and he's into the clear. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 78 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Jackson. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Switch. 49. 56. Under 10. 10. That's it.
Now Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right, and he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. This time Jackson will throw it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
That's where you belong.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On first down, it's Hunt. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
At the 41-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Now Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
A give running right is Chubb. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. They run it again with Chubb. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. This to advance to the divisional round. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So nothing of importance there, just the season on the line, and he puts it home to likely get him through to the division round.
If you're a fan, you're watching this one with your hands over your eyes. But if you're a kicker, this is what you practice for all season long. And this one was never in doubt.
And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit. But they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.
flex mode. This ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dame pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet pointed guard.
Big numbers, 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like